wonder if you're sleeping in now. Picturing you doing that bed, it's stuck in my head. Did it break you like it broke me? Had it then we give it all up, we give it up in the end. I wanna know, is it true love? And I know we were lost, and I know that we fell hard. But I don't know, feel the same now. Still thinking about how this time it could be different. I wanna let you go, but I'm counting the days till I see ya.
Right, let's run through this grocery haul really quickly as usual, as always, starting from the fruit and veggie section. Now, I just put my groceries so that they're the quickest to put away, like fridge and freezer stuff right there. So let's run through the groceries that we picked up this week for this meal plan. We have a bag of red washed potatoes, some spinach leaves, rock melon, carrots, some red and brown onions, an eggplant, and I hope this is going to be enough. I think I might need to get another one for our moussaka that we are having. I forgot that I put this in the cart and then I switched to a bag of them, and I forgot to take the individual one out. A bag of little mini apples, some bananas, celery for juicing, coriander because we're going to be making some homemade salsa, some rocket just to have as a side salad, some green beans to have as a side, tomatoes to go in the feta, Greek salad, avocados, some broccolini as a side, just some strawberries for fruit, some corn cobs for a side dish, cherry tomatoes for Greek salad, and some watermelon, capsicum for Greek salad, and some green apples for smoothies and juices, and some button mushrooms to go with our Salisbury steak, I don't know how to say it, Salisbury steak gravy sauce. For dairy and milk and stuff like that, we've got some oat milk, there's some more over there, some regular milk, butter, light sour cream, for the Greek salad, some feta cheese, some regular cheese for the moussaka, some plain vanilla yogurt, beef mince, some beef sausages. Oh, something's falling on the floor. This is actually part of a special video that I'm filming later on this week, that's just for fun for the school holidays. Some more oat milk for coffee and for cereal and stuff like that. We've got some just canned tomatoes, some black beans for our Mexican rice dish, corn kernels for the Mexican rice dish, some Vegemite, which is going in that special video as well, some olives for Greek salad, just some bacon, some nutmeg for our moussaka recipe. Then we've got some baking to do over the school holidays. We don't know if it's going to be lockdown or what's going to happen. It's very rainy though, so I bought some things to do some baking, simple activities at home. I don't really scratch bake. I would prefer just to use some no-fail packet mixes, some eggs, Tim Tams and Milo, another of the items for a special video that we're filming for the holidays this week just for fun. Some little puppy food just as a real emergency to make sure that Freddie is eating something. He's gone not off his food, but he's just been, I don't know, a little bit more fussy lately because of his surgery maybe, so I just put this to mix in with his regular kibble and see if that will entice him to eating a little bit better. Some pizza shapes also for that video, and Nescafe Blend 43, which is also for our special video filming this week. Just a backup of coffee pods, some breakfast juice. This is good to mix with soda stream water, so we've got a soda stream refill there. We've got some panko breadcrumbs. This is for the Salisbury steak and also the top of the moussaka. It said to put breadcrumbs on it, so I got those. Some tortilla chips for our Mexican rice dish, and just some snacks of some chips and some pretzels, not going too overboard. And then there's just a packet of plain corn chips behind, some crumpets for breakfast, and then we just have a couple of breakfast cereals. So we've got Wheat Bix Blend. This is, I think, I don't know if that's gluten-free actually. I thought it was gluten-free. Dang it. This is the cranberry and coconut. I forgot that. I thought that this one was a gluten-free one, but I made a mistake and got that. And then there's Wheat Bix, and then just some bread options. So we've got some white bread that got a little bit squished in the car, some gluten-free, and then some that are good for making toasted sandwiches and things. And then I just grabbed these. These were on, I think, half price special. And I got the Garnier Fructus because I have been following this Instagram account, Cruelty Free Kitty, which has really good info on which brands are completely cruelty-free. And Garnier has recently been given the cruelty-free status. So switching from Pantene, which does not have cruelty-free status, they're not testing on animals, but they sell in mainland China or something. So just keeping an eye out on that kind of stuff and wanting to move towards more, cruelty-free beauty products. And then this is a grater because I don't have one, and I've recently been wanting to make carrot salad, like grated carrot salad, but I don't have a grater. And a couple of the recipes that I'm making this week call for grated things, so I just grabbed this. It was on special. And that is this week's grocery haul. So I'm going to quickly put this all away and then maybe get started with some recipe prep. I hope you are all well and are enjoying another grocery haul and meal prep cook with me video for some midweek meal inspiration. This video was filmed in the school holidays, so our meal plan didn't exactly go according to our original meal plan, and we only made about half of the meals that I was intending to make. So the other ones that I mentioned in the grocery haul, like the moussaka. So I didn't make that particular recipe, but I'll be making that next week and sharing that in a future meal prep cook with me video. So all of my recipe ideas for this meal plan all came from the Recipe Tin Eats website. I used her recipe to make the laksa a couple of videos ago. It was so delicious, and I have been literally drooling over everything that she puts on her Instagram feed. So I wanted to make a few more recipes. So I am making the cheesy Mexican rice that I'm making now, and also I made the Salisbury steak recipe as well, which also turned out great. Now I made that twice. I made it once when I was on my own and once with the kids, and I'm going to share some tips that I think made it a little bit better the first time I cooked it. But anyway, for the Mexican cheesy beef rice kind of one pan casserole type dish, I did a little bit of tweaking. So her recipe, you cook the rice in the casserole, but I only had brown rice, and to cook it in the casserole it only works when you have white rice. So I pre-cooked some brown rice, and then I just added that in when it said to put in the uncooked rice in her recipe. It's so super easy. You just get some onions, some garlic, brown that in a pan, add some beef mince, brown it off, and then she uses spices to make like a taco Mexican mix. I had a packet already of taco seasoning, so I just used that to be quick and easy. You then add a can of black beans, a can of corn. She added some capsicum, but I didn't include that in this recipe. Mix it all together, you let it cook through, and then you add some cheese, some green onions. You mix that through until the cheese is all melted, and then a little bit that I didn't film is this step where you add the cheese and the green onions, and then you put some cheese on top, put the lid on the saucepan, and you just let it melt and finish cooking. Oh my God, I'm telling you, this was the most delicious. It is our new favorite midweek Mexican meal because it was so delicious. The kids loved it.
That was epic.
We ate it, we all had seconds, and then I made a big batch, so we had enough to make some beef and bean burritos the next night with the filling. So we just got some burrito wraps, filled it with the filling, and then wrapped it up and then just kind of cooked them in a pan, and they were super delicious as well. So I would highly recommend trying out this recipe if you love easy midweek Mexican meals.
Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together?
how the Salisbury steak recipe came out. It's basically just a rissole in a sort of mushroom gravy. I would say definitely switch out the panko breadcrumbs that she suggests and switch it for cornflake crumbs if you can get them. It just gives the patty a nicer texture, or the rissole a nicer texture. And don't skimp on the seasonings. The second time for the kids, I kind of went a little bit low key on the seasonings, but it definitely didn't turn out as good. Switch the panko crumbs out for cornflake crumbs if you can find them, and don't skimp on the seasoning.
Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together?
And then just wrapping it up with one more midweek meal inspo, and we made some homemade sushi. Now, I ditched my bamboo sushi mat quite a while ago because it never worked out. And honestly, this time I made sushi, it worked out the best that I've ever made it before, just rolling it with wet hands. So definitely don't shy away from trying to make sushi at home if you are new to it. The only thing that I would suggest is make sure you use sushi rice because it's way better than regular rice, and make sure you cook it and kind of dry it out really well, because if your rice is too soggy, your sushi will taste awful. But go out and get all the stuff that you need. It's pretty inexpensive. It's a fun thing to do with the kids, and it is absolutely delicious. I will leave the recipe for the tuna filling that I've made heaps of times on my channel before. I use this for tuna poke bowls and I've shared it before. Really, really delicious, and it's also a really good sandwich filling, so I'll leave that linked in the bottom. But that about wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for another grocery haul. You got some meal ideas. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy watching this type of content, and I will leave my meal prep playlist in the description below. Have a fabulous week, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.
Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together?